Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Rubber Dorky and thank you for joining us because today we're going to be talking about YouTube's very own CEO, Susan. Now, Susan just got done talking about YouTube TV and how it's going to be the next great thing and how there's this huge demand for TV content on YouTube. I mean, I thought the great thing about YouTube was that it was the viewers making content. It's called YouTube. The great thing is that TV isn't here. Collaborate with people, they can meet their viewers, they can go to convention. This is all stuff that is just so great about the YouTube community, but it seems like she is really concerned about the huge demand for TV. So what does this mean? Some of you don't know about YouTube TV, and I won't go into it. I won't talk your ear off because honestly I want to talk your ear off about this shit. It's pretty funny. So you can go check that out. It's interesting. CNN, they have a YouTube channel called CNN Money, and they've reached 225,000 subscribers. Maybe they reached that through the trending tab, paid to be in the trending tab. I don't know. But they have a video titled YouTube CEO, Don't Interrupt Me. Now, I was looking for this video, and I actually glazed over that because I thought it was just another video talking about this. I thought somebody was making fun of them. But CNN literally titled their own video about this. Don't interrupt me. Alright. So what you have in this video, I'll totally get into it. I would love to. The video is first set in this bar, you know, it's really classy. They set up all this food, really just for a bunch of rich people, upper middle class. And you could bet your ass that there's nobody, like no YouTube creators are here, no working class people. Anyways, let's get into it. What does she have a problem with? Let's find out.
I think whenever you have a culture that is, whenever you have a majority and a minority, it's going to be harder for that minority. Even.
Let's hear that again.
Even in a culture where people are really well-meaning, and I think there are many, many well-meaning, working hard, trying to provide Silicon Valley to be a diverse place, there are sometimes microaggressions, right? Like people who will just cut you off, and you'll be.
Oh my gosh! People are cutting you off? You don't think men get cut off? Oh my gosh. Men get cut off too. This is a part of being in the business world. You know, whether you're in the tech industry or not. You know, you're sharing ideas with people. People are going to be talking over each other. It's just a matter of business. And she is probably in this position because she's been able to develop an ability to talk over people and be like, hey, you know, I need to speak for myself. I need to talk. So that isn't alone a good reason to assume that she is all just bullshitting right now about microaggressions and being interrupted. But just keep that in mind. She didn't get into the CEO position by being this timid little girl being like, yeah, well, I'm alone in this tech industry. I'm just one girl doing my thing. Oh, look, I'm CEO of YouTube. No, that's not how it happened. She earned her way there, and she didn't do it by being timid. So, what the fuck is this?
Be talking, and then someone will interrupt you, and so that's actually become like a big pet peeve of mine. So whenever like somebody interrupts me, I'll be like, "Wait, I was talking."
Hey, your problem, it's fixed. Exactly what I just said. It's just the solution. If somebody interrupts you and you really had something to say, fucking speak up. Who's interrupting the CEO of YouTube, by the way? I mean, I'm sure it's other, equally leveled businessmen who are in charge of other companies. You guys are all talking at a table or whatever. You might get interrupted. But yeah, what is this fucking waste of time video? The dislikes are amazing, as always, on these videos.
Do not interrupt me. But I enjoy it even more, actually, when I see them interrupting someone else, and then I'm like, wait, she was talking, don't interrupt her. And I think like every time I've done that, like people have been like, oh, thank you. Like I didn't realize I was doing that. And so I think just making people more aware of it is really.
Look at this crowd. Look at this crowd of people. Just a bunch of out-of-touch people who probably don't even think about these things. Like, oh, she's a CEO. She probably doesn't get interrupted that much. Whenever she does, she probably just talks over them and does her thing, like any other strong person would do. No, they're not thinking about that. Maybe some of them are. But honestly, this is all a bunch of people who are like, oh shit, you know, Silicon Valley companies are going to get in big trouble if they don't start hiring more women. And you'll see later in this video, if I can find it, this Susan character is coming out and saying, yeah, Silicon Valley doesn't have enough women. We need to be like half and half. It needs to be not a majority, but it needs to be way, way more women. But I don't know who, like there's different types of people that are saying that. There's the people that say, let's come down on the companies who don't hire enough women and force them to hire women and just like fill a quota, which is awful. That's a pseudo-feminist. And then there's the type of people who are like, hey, companies, you should hire more women. Just keep that in mind. And if women come along, just, try to look at your own confirmation bias and see if, your own thinking is interacting with whether or not you hire them. That's the type of feminist that I like, okay? It's not the ones that criticize companies when they don't have enough women. It's a hiring process. I myself am going into HR at some point. Human resources, and it involves a lot of hiring and firing and keeping companies safe. And what is she? What is she? Is she one of these people that would advocate for companies getting shit on because they don't have enough women or enough minorities? Like, it might sound good to even a few of you at this point at face value, but what do you then get? Because the companies, you didn't change the company's feelings about diversity. You just made them scared. You just made them afraid and like, oh, we gotta fill up this minority quota. We gotta hire another Asian. We gotta hire another Latina. Like, what does that do? That doesn't change their views. They're still gonna be racist. There's just more, diversity within their company. And a lot of the times, they don't care. They don't care about the skills of the people that they're hiring. They're just trying to fill quotas. At least the companies that are really, really scared of people like Susan. It's just a little annoying. I thought I would share that with you guys today. Seriously, it's mind-blowing, right? Am I the only one? I hope not. I gotta keep this one short today. I will be back with another video tomorrow. And hopefully our CEO, this YouTube's leader, won't be going off and talking about more about how YouTube TV is going to basically outshine all of us creators. It's very scary. You should go check out that video where she gets interviewed about YouTube TV. It's not comforting at all. And then she apologized to advertisers. She's like, oh, this is awful that your ads are being placed in front of terrible terrorist videos. Like, they don't care. They never cared before about where their ads were, They didn't care until Wall Street Journal went to those companies and said, hey, look where your ads are being placed on, Al-Qaeda. What are you going to do about it? Because all the viewers are going to think that Coca-Cola is now affiliated with ISIS. That's what Wall Street Journal did. Fucking ridiculous. And YouTube, they're not evil. They're not trying to destroy the YouTube community. It's just bad business management. Suit Yourself talked about this after Computing Forever talked about it. They made good points, honestly, and I totally agree with the fact that YouTube isn't out to get creators. they're just making bad business decisions. So what they're doing is responding to these allegations that their ads are being placed on terrible content. Now, the advertisers and the main like media companies, so you got advertisers like Coke and products and stuff, and then you have media companies that are dying, and they also are coming down on YouTube. Like Wall Street Journal is just like a little minion to the media conglomerate, but you have these companies coming down on them, both advertisers now and the media. Media started all this shit. They wanted to push YouTube to make bad business decisions for YouTube. And maybe it'll make them more money, maybe not. They're entitled to do whatever they want. A lot of us are going to move to places like Vidme and Minds.com. I can leave all those links in the description. You can find me on all those. Advertising funds, I don't have fucking any. I should be making like 5 times as much as I'm making right now. So I also have a Patreon link. It's just a bunch of bullshit. YouTube is really, really taking a big risk by diving into bed with these media companies. And it's sad. It's really sad. They're gonna become another like cable network, or not network, but you know what I mean. YouTube, they're killing themselves. Why are they killing themselves? Because the viewers didn't come here for TV. That's like Tesla making a fucking gas car and being like, hey, you guys want this, right? You want the option? There's such a big demand for gas cars within our company. Like, that's exactly what YouTube's doing. And, like, imagine Tesla doing that, and then imagine you go back and you look at, what the journalism stories were, and you see that Wall Street Journal attacked Tesla for not having enough gas cars. Or fucking maybe their electric cars were exploiting artificial intelligence. Slavery of computers or something crazy like that. Wall Street Journal comes down on them with totally false allegations about, Tesla's lead creator, PewDiePie, in our weird analogy. And what Tesla does is like, instead of defending our position, we're fucking Wall Street Journal has like no audience. Well, we're gonna bow to your will. We're gonna do everything you need us to do. It's sad. It's really sad. So hopefully YouTube can turn around. I think that they're going to make a lot of mistakes before they get this turned around. YouTube TV will roll out. I think YouTube creators will be outshined in the beginning. And maybe I'll do another video. I'll actually show you the video I'm talking about. So that's going to happen. YouTube might lose money. They might lose the majority of their audience to Vidme. And after that, they might fix their mistake. We'll see. We'll see. As always, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day. You can find me on Vidme. Okay? I really hope you go to Vidme because I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't know what's going to happen. And this is not going to always be the best place to grow. I'm growing extremely fast, which is great, but it's all too late, It could very well be too late for me to grow, so it's very sad. But I will keep trying. I'm getting 20 subscribers a day. Only at 1,300, that's pretty good. So I'm going to keep going. You guys can find me on Twitter. Talk to me on Twitter. I'm on there. Facebook, Instagram, and of course YouTube. You can support this channel on Patreon and get some cool stuff. And find me on Vidme, yeah. I hope you have a great rest of your day. See you in that next video. And as always, dork it up.